Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining me for this leg of the trip from Union around through North Powder, Haines, up to the Keating Valley. Now we're just leaving Pondosa, headed towards Medical Springs here, and then on over the hill to Catherine Creek. And I think we'll shut her down there. I've got too much video for make one great big long show out of this, so we'll go ahead and make two of these now. Going to be shot all with my solo front camera here on this trip. But at this stage of the game, my helmet-mounted camera was vibrating so bad and putting out such a horrible picture that it's just not even worth putting online for you folks. So I apologize for that. Subsequent investigation discovered that my mount was bad on my helmet-mounted camera, so I've got that replaced. And as fate would have it, so the mount was loose on this camera here that we're watching right now. So you're going to see some vibration. Just coming into view right here is the Medical Springs. Now, that little building there in the front of us, if you look to the right of it here as we go by, there's a swimming pool there, and this is the old hot springs where people used to come and soak and enjoy themselves. A little swimming pool, and then going right at the old hotel that was here. I don't believe it's still open to the public. I believe it's a private type of deal now. So I would suggest looking online and seeing what kind of information you can find online about it, if you're interested in that sort of thing. I have never seen anybody in that pool all the times I've ever come by here. So anyhow, that, for what it's worth, it was once a pretty popular place, but I believe it's in private hands now. So here we are climbing up over the hill. We're going to go up over the hill and drop down in Catherine Creek. We'll get up here on top and we'll hit this really nice little valley. Just real pretty green little valley, a little isolated valley, and go across it, and then we'll pop up to the Catherine Creek summit. And I had pulled in there and stopped. A couple different reasons. I'll get to those once we get closer to that location. But again, that darn helmet-mounted camera, and then pulling in that rough old parking lot up there. They have a ATV parking lot there. Snowmobilers in the wintertime and ATV riders in the summertime. But anyhow, that parking lot was so rough, even this camera here we're looking at with that loosening mount on this camera, it wasn't worth watching. So I cut that out. We'll just kind of ski on by there, and I'll share with you a couple little things I want to share with you on that. But we'll I guess just shut up here, let you enjoy the ride through this little old valley. I'm sure there's a name for this, and I suspect someone out there knows what it is, but I haven't a clue. It's just a pretty little old valley. So hope you enjoy. Oh, I might add here, this mountain come up in front of us here, that's an old extinct volcano, and that's part of the exotic terrain that makes up this part of the state of Oregon. Lots of old volcanoes and volcanism and islands and what have you that bumped into the North American plate, got attached to it, and became part of North America. So we'll get a little better view of it when we just go over this next little rise in front of us and drop down into the valley proper. Okay, we are starting up the hill, heading towards the Catherine Creek summit here. Get to summit, then we'll drop down into Catherine Creek, and we get to the top here, and like I mentioned earlier, there's a parking area for recreational use, and it'll be on our left as we get to the summit here. And on our right's a road that'll take you back into the many different trailheads to get back in the Eagle Cap Wilderness, but it'll also take you to where they shot part of the movie Paint Your Wagon. Remember the scenes of the town and the wagon train or stagecoach, can't remember which, coming down the hill and what have you. Well, that was all shot off to our right here a few miles, and I think you can still find reference to it out there online if that's again something that interests you or not. But yeah, we're just about to the parking area. Like I said, pulled in there, but the darn cameras, they weren't cooperating with me this trip. Hopefully I have that situation remedied, and after this next video from Catherine Creek on into Union, I'll be able to put out some little better product for folks. But anyhow, we kind of ski on by the parking area here. I kind of spliced it together so we go on by, and we start down the hill down into Catherine Creek. And it's, again, if you're a motorcycle rider, this is a great road to take. It's just a pleasant scenery at different times of year. It smells wonderful. Like right now, this time of the year, the pine and the fir, it all smells just wonderful. And there on the left, there's that parking lot I was talking about, and there on the right, it's a road that goes back into the trailheads and the movie site. Heck, you can go all the way to halfway Oregon on that road if you want. It's kind of miserable in places, but I wouldn't take a car down it. Definitely a pickup or a four-wheel drive vehicle of some kind. So yeah, here we are headed down towards Catherine Creek. I'll shut up, let you enjoy the ride till we get down to the creek. Okay, here we are just about to drop down to Catherine Creek. You'll be able to see it on the right as we get down here towards the bottom. Thanks for riding along with me this trip, folks, and the next leg of this will be on in the Union, and that'll close out this series. So thank you, and see you next time.